Joyner here. I'm here to talk to you about the Lady Comp. This is about natural family planning, natural birth control, the fertility awareness method, FAM. So I'm going to tell you how this works and what it's all about. When I got this in October 2018, or October, there weren't that many informational videos on it, so I'm going to do one to help you all out. This is the Lady Comp. Here it is. It's beautiful. It's like a computer. What you do is you have to try to take your temperature at the same time every morning when you wake up. You need at least 3 consecutive hours of sleep before you take your temperature. What I do is I seem to just wake up automatically at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. It's okay if you take your temperature around the same time every morning. It won't affect it. At least it hasn't for me, because I usually take it, if I wake up at 4, I take my temperature at 4 a.m. because if I try to go back to sleep and then I wake up 2 hours later, then that's not 3 consecutive hours of sleep. So whenever I kind of come to in like the middle of the night, like 4 a.m. or whatever, close to the morning, then I just go ahead and like get up and take my temperature. This is it. This is the new one, and it has this little thermometer that you just stick under your tongue. You put it on one side under your tongue. So you just press this button here, and it shows you like the time, and then you would just like press it again, and then these are the temperatures. So right now it says this morning I was 96.73, and when you take your temperature, it'll give you either a yellow dot or a green dot or a red dot, and the green dot means it's not your fertile time of the month. The yellow dot means it might be 50-50, it's not quite sure, or it means it's still figuring you out. And then the red dot would mean you are fertile. You can go back to previous dates to see, and I think it even like predicts what you're going to be. Yeah, see, this is tomorrow, so I don't know, it doesn't know my temperature for tomorrow. I didn't take it yet, but it predicts that I'm going to be yellow. So, and when you first start taking your temperature, it takes like a month or 2 to really figure you out and your cycle. And once it figures you out, it'll start having more green days than red days, because at first it'll have a lot of red days. It wants to make sure. I think it actually works better than the birth control pill, because this is 99.3% effective. And then along with this, I know other people use the fertility awareness method, where you don't have to use this, where you can just do it yourself manually. You can have a basal body thermometer and take your temperature every morning. That really only tells you if you've ovulated after the fact, and you can also check your cervical mucus to see if it's fertile, and you can also check your cervical position. That tells you if you're fertile. So there's like 3 different things that you can do to check, and so you can even chart your cycle doing that. I like the Lady Comp because it gives me more of a peace of mind. Like, I don't entirely trust myself doing the fertility awareness method just myself and without this, because I feel like I'm unsure a lot of the times, and so like a lot of the times that I would take my temperature and like check to see what my cervical fluid is, I would be unsure. This just gives me more of a peace of mind. Another thing about this is it has an alarm, and I have my alarm set for 6:30 every morning. I never actually take my temperature at that time, because I always like somehow wake up before that. But I just have it on there just in case I sleep in till that time, and then I take my temperature Recently, I went out of town and I didn't bring it. Well, I tried to bring it, but then somehow it got lost in my friend's car and I couldn't find it for like 2 weeks. Because it hadn't taken my temperature for 2 weeks, it had like no idea what was going on with me. So if you ever do that, it's gonna keep asking you, did you have your period yet? Did you have your period yet? Did you have your period yet? And it's just gonna keep telling you yellow days until you have your period again, because that like resets it and it's like, okay, now I know where you're at, because the first day of your period is day 1 of your cycle. So that's another thing. When you do get your period, it has something on here where you can actually, let's see, yeah, it has an M on there, and you can just go to the M, and then you can click the up arrow and do a check mark and then press enter and then press the back button, and that tells it that you're on your period. And then other times it'll just know when you're about to have your period, and so when you take your temperature right after that, it'll ask you, are you on your period yet? And you can tell it then. Another thing that's really cool is that it has a calendar, and you can like see, I don't know if you can see that. You can see, oh, that's the next month. So there was a bunch of red and yellow. Okay, here's like a normal month. This is when I forgot. This is when I lost it. So it had a lot of yellow days. But this is the month before. You can see the green days and the yellow and red. It stores like 7 months of this calendar, so you can kind of see what it's been doing. So when the alarm goes off in the morning, or if you just happen to wake up, what it'll do is it'll have like a little thermometer icon right here, and so when you press this button, it's automatically going to start to take your temperature. And so when you press the button, then you just stick this in your mouth, and then you wait for it to beep, and then it'll tell you if you're on a yellow day or a red day or a green day. I've been using this Lady Comp since October 2018, so that's a long time. Almost a whole year, almost a year. So, and I haven't gotten pregnant, so it works. I'm just really all about this Lady Comp because a lot of women don't know that there's this option out there, this natural option. And I know a lot of people don't want to pump their bodies with synthetic hormones or use the IUD. Like, that's putting something in your body that's not supposed to be there, and it can cause a lot of horrible side effects, like a lot of pain down there if you use the IUD. I can't even tell you how many side effects there are for the birth control pill. It is not good for you. If you're just looking to go the natural family planning route with the fertility awareness method, this is perfect for you. Every time I get a chance, if it comes up in a conversation with one of my girlfriends, I always like to tell them about it because it's so amazing. Yeah, a lot of people thought I was crazy when I got this, well, just like some of my friends, because they were like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to not do anything on a red day, but it's really not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It does take self-control, obviously, so that's part of it, is abstinence, but it's not bad at all. I promise. It's totally worth it to not put chemicals and synthetic hormones in your body. I got this one off of Amazon. I don't know if they still have it, but for me, I think it was around like $400. I don't know if the price has gone up a little bit. I think on their website it's like $500 or 500 something dollars. It's really expensive, but when I thought about it, it's cheaper than buying birth control every month, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure the IUD without insurance costs around $800 to $1,000 to get. It's cheaper, and it lasts a long time, and it runs off of batteries, so all you have to buy is batteries, really. Unless you get like the rechargeable ones. But I mean, the batteries last probably like 2 or 3 months, so It's nothing, it's not a big deal at all. If you're, wanting to go the natural family planning route, this is definitely the way to go. If you are for sure like, we cannot handle a baby right now, my body physically can't handle a baby right now, then this is definitely a peace of mind device, because it'll make sure that it knows your cycle, and it knows when you're fertile, when you're not fertile, and maybe you might get pregnant on this day, so it'll give you a yellow day. It's been 100% for me, 100% effective. It says it's 99.3% effective. I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you don't want to do the whole drug birth control thing or chemicals, hormones. You want to keep your body in its natural cycle, the way it's supposed to be. That's the healthiest option, It's no drugs, just taking your temperature, and it knows what's going on. It knows. A lot of people don't like the price of it, but when I bought it, I was thinking, well, it is cheaper than having a baby right now, so there's that. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful for you. I just highly recommend it. Like, seriously, get this thing. It is like, I honestly don't know how women do it without it. I mean, like, you must be really good at the whole charting your cycle with the fertility awareness method, and it's totally possible. It is totally possible, but I definitely recommend this. It is so helpful. It tells you exactly what's going on. So just to give you some peace of mind. So this is the Lady Comp. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. Have a good day. Bye.